The great poet Mahakavi Bharatiyar said about women empowerment, she walks with raised head, with her eyes looking straight. She has her principles, unafraid of anybody. She has a lofty knowledge-based pride. Such cultured women don't falter from the chosen path. She drives ignorance away. She welcomes the bliss of life with learned mind. This is the dharma of emerging women. So far, 10 national conferences were held for women in police. First national conference for women in police at New Delhi. Some recommendations were made. Toilets, restrooms for women in all police stations and units will be ensured. Maternity leave should be enhanced to 6 months for women in police. Paternity leave, 15 days, should be given in all states. Daycare centers, creche facilities should be set up in police lines to support women with young children. Redesign uniform for comfort, climate, and to suit indoor-outdoor job as well as age. Facilities such as transport vehicle for official work, family accommodation should be ensured. And second national conference, lifestyle management for women in police, counseling programs for recruits and their families to enable better appreciation of the demands of a police career, and dual roles required of women officers in workplace and home should be considered without negative connotations wherever possible, and housing facilities may be arranged as close to workplace as feasible, and drop and pick-up facilities be arranged for night duties wherever possible. And third national conference, Constitution Society, women police to spread awareness of safety and security in schools and colleges. And fourth national conference for women, recommendations were child care leave on pattern of Government of India may be given by all state police organizations, and maternity leave for 180 days may be given. Creches may be provided wherever women are posted in large numbers. Uniform during pregnancy permission to wear sari, salwar kameez may be given at the beginning of 3rd month by SP or commandant. Sari permission may be continued till 1 year after delivery. And basic amenities of women such as separate toilets, restrooms should be ensured at workplace. Fifth national conference for women held at Thrissur. Recommendations were monitor action taken on various recommendations in Ncwp, and a nodal officer may be appointed within each state organization to coordinate with assist BPRB. And in 6th national conference, induction of more women in police, support systems such as creches and child care facilities be mandatory, at least one in each police line and battalion unit headquarters. Maternity leave and child care leave be standardized in all states as per federal government norms. 7th national conference is during career as per child, so that education of children doesn't suffer. Child care leave, maternity, paternity leave as per central government. Increase the strength of Mahila battalion by 25% to cater for child care, maternity leave, so that undue pressure of extra work doesn't fall on remaining police personnel. Permit women posted in BOPs live with their children. And in 8th national conference, and SWOT analysis with a view to augment record skills to unique positioning on various work grids. Community-oriented, people-friendly policing towards safe and smart policing. In 10th national conference, women officers who have small children should be allowed to keep help with them during training, so that they can only engage in the training in a meaningful way, but also keep their children with them during training. This facility also be provided to women police officers employees during mid-career training program also. Mobile toilet may be provided during bandobast duty. Thank you.
Thank you, Tirumati Mallika. May I now request Ritu to introduce our guest speaker, Dr. CRS.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's my distinct honor and privilege to introduce to you our esteemed guest speaker today, Dr. Ramasubramanian. Formerly known as Dr. CRS, he is one of India's foremost champions of community psychiatry and psychosocial rehabilitation. With an illustrious career spanning over 4 decades, He holds an MBBS, MD, DM, and a PhD in community psychiatry. He currently serves as Vice President of the World Association of Psychosocial Rehabilitation, Senior Consultant Psychiatrist at Ahana Hospitals, founder of the MS Chelamuthu Trust and Research Foundation, and the State Nodal Officer for the Tamil Nadu Police Wellbeing Program. Dr. Ramasubramanian's vision has transformed mental health services in Tamil Nadu. Founding MSc TRF in 1992, he has built one of South India's largest mental health networks, including a 150-bed psychiatric hospital and a 600-bed psychosocial rehabilitation center. His initiatives, such as the District Mental Health Program, Police Wellbeing Program, and the Magilchi Program, have reached over 1.5 lakh police personnel and 3.5 lakh family members. He has advised NIMHANS, the Government of Tamil Nadu, and the Central University of Tirupur. Recognized nationally, Dr. CRS has received prestigious honors such as the Abdul Kalam Seva Ratna Award, Rotary Vocational Excellence Award, and the Best Doctor Award in the years 1999 and 2018. His work exemplifies a legacy of compassion, inclusion, and systemic transformation in mental health care. A distinguished career, a wealth of knowledge, and a voice worth listening to. It's an honor to welcome Dr. Ramasubramanian. Sir, we may kindly have you.
Now I request Dr. Ramasubramanian sir kindly address the gathering.
Respected Chairman, organizers of the 11th National Conference of Women in Police, participants, distinguished guests, good morning to everybody. At the outset, I thank the organizers for giving an opportunity to share some of my experience which I have initiated for the mental health care of the police personnel in Tamil Nadu. My dear friends and ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to tell you that I am the only psychiatrist in the entire country who is closely associated with the mental health care and welfare of the police personnel. And also, I am doubly happy to tell that I am the only mental health professional of the entire country who was nominated as a member for Police Commission who was examining the welfare of the police person. That is why I consider it a great opportunity. My dear friends, the mental health scenario is not very rosy. It is very gloomy. And the magnitude of the mental health at the global aspect, if I tell, it will not be a very happy one. 1 in 4 people worldwide experiencing mental health issues according to 2021. The 14% of the world adolescents aged 10 to 19 years live in a mental disorder. More than 50% will be diagnosed with a form of mental disorder or at some point of their lifetime. My dear friends, this data is before Corona. Now you can imagine the status of after Corona. Next slide. And again, the magnitude of the mental disorders in India, 13.7% of the Indian population are experiencing some form of mental health issues, wherein 20.8% of the people experience severe psychological distress. 1 in 5% are depressive symptoms. The way we should tackle the mental health illness. My dear friends, any illness, it is going to affect the individual. Only the psychological problem, it not only affects the individual, but also it affects the family members. Not only it affects the family members, it affects the society. An asset becomes a liability. An incoming generative person, he is becoming a burden. So the tackling mental illness, it is the paramount important for any civic society in the country. Next. Under the global scenario, and in the entire global scenario, you will be surprised to know that the most affected professional sectors is first police personnel and health sector, and third educational sector. Next. And again, I am telling the data. And the deaths of police personnel in the service between 2022-23 and practically heart attack 13.8% and cancer 4.7% and suicide 13.5% and accident 17% and illness 15%. So you can imagine almost every day we are losing one human value, valuable human being. And in the unfortunate thing, the most of the illness, the background is psychological stress. Stress plays an important role in all these illness. And again, I want to tell you one thing. Any illness, it started with the stress. When you are not able to identify the stress, it becomes a distress. Even at this stage, when you are not able to identify the distress, it becomes disease. And that is why I am telling, when you are able to identify the stress at the earlier level, it is curable, preventable, and also it can be a new life for the entire family. Next. And again, the occupational stress. See, even though we are facing a stress in our life, and in fact, stress is a must. And if anybody asks, can you live without stress? Definitely we can live without stress. When we stop our breathing, then only we can be free from the stress. There's a stress, it is a must, but it should have a limited value. The occupational stressors in the police is the nature of the system, lack of support, poor work environment, senior officer stress, and the police and public, and discrimination on various the factors plays an important role causing the stress for these professionals. Next. And again, the most vulnerable section is women in the women police, especially the stress factors. The key stressors for women police is work-life challenges, organizational factors, especially criticism from the superiors and lack of reward, working overtime and night shift, household responsibilities, lack of family support, and gender discrimination. Next. And again, women police people, they got a specific issues when compared to men police people, and especially balance the domestic responsibility for the demanding work. And women, she has to play a different role. She has to play a role of a mother. She has to play a role of a wife. She has to play a role of the mother-in-law. And she has to play a role of grandmother. Above all, she has to perform the duty of the police officer. And also she will have to overcome her physical incapability and hormonal changes which is occurring inside her body. So, the women folks has got a specific vulnerable species when compared to the other people. Next. And women mental health issues, again, in women also, they have got a certain psychological problem, it affects the women only. That is prenatal depression, premenstrual dysphoric disorders, premenstrual depression, and higher prevalence of anxiety, depression, and especially hypothyroidism and all those things. It is a peculiar physical illness, affects only the women folks. Next. And the effects of the rest body, again, I used to tell that mind worries, organ weeps. And also, there is one important the illness which affects from head to foot, skin to body is stress. It affects all the parts of the body, irrespective of the caste, community, and religion. Next. Because of the stress, heart disease, rheumatism, blood pressure, asthma, diabetes, and migraine. Next. What else? And every physical illness has got a psychological background. My dear friend, under every physical illness, the stress factor plays an important role. Without addressing the stress, you cannot cure the physical illness. Next. And also research also, life event, stress, and it leads to psychological problem. Lot of research studies they have conducted, they have proved that the stressful life event leads to stress, and the stress leads to illness. It is a proved factor. Next. And also it affects the immune system, and it because of the depressed immune system, they are vulnerable to viral infection, asthma, diabetes, peptic ulcer, what else? It affects almost all the systems. Next. And again, 74 Indians are suffering from stress, 84 Indians are suffering from anxiety. Again, I am telling my dear friends and ladies and gentlemen, all these data comes from pre-corona period. Now you can imagine the status of the post-corona period. Almost 90% or 90% of the people, they are suffering from stress. If everybody they don't suffer from stress, I think they must be suffering from a major psychiatric problem. Next. Next. And all, again, for the August audience, I want to highlight one thing, my dear friends and ladies and gentlemen. All psychological problems are treatable, curable, and preventable. When you are able to identify the illness very quickly, when you initiate the treatment very quickly, and especially when it is coupled with proper counseling, the recovery will be total. That is why I am stressing the one important point. In the 50 years of my experience as a mental health professional, I learned only one thing. Any illness can occur to anybody, not the psychiatric illness. Because the psychological problem is the only one it affects during the adolescent period, during the productive period. It makes a vulnerable person into an invalid person. That is why really it can be considered as a punishment. Next. And to address all these issues, Tamil Nadu government initiated lot of measures and welfare measures for the police personnel. My dear friends and ladies and gentlemen, and even though Tamil Nadu, the welfare measures they include lot of monetary benefits, not only for the police personnel, but also for their family members, even though they are giving lot of facilities for the kith and kin, and also for the other facilities. I am happy to tell that Tamil Nadu government is the first state who gives the importance for the mental health care of the police personnel. And again, I am happy to tell that as a senior psychiatrist of the country, and I am standing in before you, I am invited to deliver this lecture. You can imagine the importance of given for the mental health by the police department. Thank you, sir. Next. And again, the welfare measures we have got a beautiful system about which my co-speaker is going to cover. Next. I am going to cover about the mental health aspect, which is a unique program of Tamil Nadu Police Department. Next. 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 I am going to talk about two important initiatives which we have started. That is next. So, we are concentrating on two aspects. That is police personnel's physical health and as well as police personnel's psychological health. And about the physical health, master's health, we made it as a mandatory. There is an annual master's health provided to police personnel up to the rank of inspector completed 30 years. And also now the spouse of women police also included in this scheme. Next. And also these following tests are done in the master's health checkup. Next. And we have got very big hospital, police hospital at Chennai. And also we have got about 36 the medical outpatient units are functioning in 26 armed reserve headquarters. I am extremely happy to tell you that next we are conducting a special clinic in the police hospital in Chennai, wherein hypertension clinic, diabetic clinic, neurology clinic, psychiatric clinic, orthopedic clinic, Siddha medicine and wellness clinic. And this is the ones we have conducted all special clinic, and we are addressing all the needs of the police personnel and their families. Next. Again, I am coming to the point. My dear friends, there is no health without mental health. Without mental health, we cannot call anybody person as a totally the free person. Next. Again, previous slide. And again, I want to address the mental health needs of the police person and their families. We have initiated Tamil Nadu Police Wellbeing Program. because of the personal stress, because of the family stress, because of the work stress, because of the societal stress, and the police and their families, they are undergoing lot of stress-related disorders. And in order to give them the primary support, in order to give them the secondary support, in order to give them the tertiary support, we have initiated Tamil Nadu Police Wellbeing Program. Next. And again, I want to tell you, in 2015 in Madurai, we have initiated a small pilot study to assess the psychological profile of the police people and police personnel people. To my shock and to my surprise, I found out that majority of the police personnel and their families, they are undergoing psychological problem. It was a pilot study conducted by in 2015. Next. And based on that finding, we have initiated the police, the wellbeing program. And our objective is to develop a comprehensive wellness program for the police personnel. And second, to build manpower for providing a police wellness program. And to introduce the wellness program within the regular police training program with the following strategies. Next. And in fact, government is magnanimous to sanction 10 crore rupees for this police wellbeing program. And we have initiated this program. Next. And this police with the well-being program, it is one of the first initiatives conducted by any state government in the country when the was initiated in 2018. And the Tamil Nadu government sanctioned 10 crore for the implementation of the program. And the MOE was the sign between the Tamil Nadu police and NIMANS. NIMANS is one of the National Institute of Mental Neuroscience, Bangalore, one of the premier institute not only in the country but also in the Southeast Asia. And we have put an MOE with that NIMANS. And also that NIMANS provides capacity building, percolation training, and hand holding, and inform the police authorities on who are all the emergency, who are all the suicidal risk. Next. And another important thing is, we are not covered, we are not addressed only one section of the population, the police personnel, from the constable to the DGP. And not only we are concentrating on the police personnel, we are now concentrating on the families and the children of the police personnel. That is why we are addressing on the 1.5 lakh of police personnel and 3.5 lakh of family and the children of the police personnel. So the entire family, the police family comes under the program, police well-being program. So our first selection of the master trainers, we have selected 462 master trainers, in which the 254 are police personnel, 200 the people are civilians and health workers and teachers. And we gave them training at NIMANS for about a week. Next. And totally 12 batches we have trained and field implementation monitor. Then the master trainers, they conducted a field training, 3 days training at the district level. Then Friday to Sunday, Friday and Saturday for the police personnel, and Sunday exclusive for the wives and children of the family members. And we to understand the psychosocial profile, we formulated a tool like self-reporting questionnaire we administered to all the police personnel. Next. See, this is a 5-day training program at NIMANS, and usually this program was inaugurated by the ADGP, and during the validating function, one IG usually attend, because first our concept is we should sensitize the senior police officials, and also we should make them to convince about the efficacy of the program. That is why we invited a senior police officer to NIMANS. Next. Training of the master trainers. Next. Right. Previously. Now, and with this, we have conducted a research study to assess stress among the police personnel. And to study the stress among the Tamil Nadu police personnel, our objective is to study the police personnel of socio-demographic profile of participants, to study the psychological stress of the police personnel, to study the presumptive stressful life events of the police personnel, to measure work stress among the police personnel, to compare the socio-demographic studies. Next. And this is the self-reporting questionnaire we have administered to all the police personnel who attend this program. Next. And again, I am extremely happy to tell that Tamil Nadu police totally on the 1,10,000 population, and selected police personnel who underwent this training is the 1,281, and data collected 88,901. And my dear friends and ladies and gentlemen, so far in the Indian literature and world literature, the data is pertaining to less than 5,000. And here we have got a data more than 1 lakh population. Again, we will have to give training for another 30,000 people so that the data is ready for 1,32,000 people. Next. And again, first slide. The perceived stress, what we have noticed is 44% is personal stress, and 47% is social stress, and 51% is the family stress, and 72% is the work pressure. Next. And again, the body mass index, again, another important thing is, and also 3% of the people, they are underweight, and 41% are normal body mass, and the 40% of the people is obese, and 10% of the people is obese. That is why we are concentrating both physical health and as well as mental health. Next. And I am coming to the lifestyle disorders of the participant. Again, in the participant, you will be surprised to know that diabetes, again, 19.66%, that is 15,739 people are suffering from diabetes. The national average is 8.7%. And again, hypertension is 11.9%, and that is for totally 4,557 people. That is national average is 11,000. And again, both diabetes and the hypertension, in which 1,660 people were suffering from diabetes and hypertension. And again, the stress, many of the people, 32% did not suffer from any major psychological problem. And again, some 64% of the people, they are showing distress symptoms. And again, 4% of the people, they are suffering from suicidal ideation. Next. So the next. So again, the family members' satisfaction, we have analyzed the satisfaction. Many of the family members, they were extremely satisfied with this program. And also many of the family members, they were asking, should not finish this training program with one day. Should be a continuous one, consistent one. It should have meaning for us. Because these children, especially the girls, they want to ventilate their feeling. They want to ventilate their suppressed feeling. So they are asking for more time. This is the family members' participation, their data. Next. So, again, for building the inbuilt build, we have already trained master trainer. We have given the 1 week training at MANS. And these master trainers, they trained all the district police, the police people, again the well-being. And again we want to create and make them qualified counselor. For that we created a diploma course in psychological well-being for the police office by NIMAS. My dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in the country, NIMAS came forward to give you a diploma in police counseling, not for any other state except Tamil Nadu. I am extremely happy to tell that. It is a 6 months course, duration 6 months course. Master trainers are trained by NIMAS, and the first batch of program, 40 such people were selected for diploma course. 2 training were so far we have completed. Yet another 2 training program in progress. At the end of the training program, we are giving a diploma in police counseling, not from the ordinary university, from the National University like NIMAS. And in future, they are becoming eligible by the counselor. They are the inbuilt counselor who are going to work inside the police department. Next. This is the diploma in police counseling, and this is the diploma which we are giving. The director of NIMAS, she came personally, and she gave the diploma to all the participants. Next. Now, I will take another 10 minutes. So this is the end. In 88,000 people we have analyzed, in which 4% of the people on the verge of suicidal ideation. And another thing is, I think our computer become getting stress because of my presentation. I should be careful. This is the time when I should stop my presentation. Anyhow, I will give counting for my computer operator. So 4% of the verge of suicide, 47, definitely I am going to finish within this last slide. And the 47 the people, they are on the verge of developing the serious psychological problem. My dear friends, 4% on the verge of suicide and 47% that they are prone to develop stress-related disorders. Now, our DGP has asked one day when he called me, asked one question. Doctor, by conducting the well-being program, you are able to identify the stress and also when you are able to give certain solution for the stress. But what is the solution you are going to give? You are already developed the stress. There should be some remedial measure. So which lead to the birth of another wonderful program that is called Ncwp, which is other known as happiness. One. And again, I am extremely happy that the Prime Minister of India, one of the program, I think Madam Sruthi, if she is here, Karan Sruthi, if she is here, she will be well appreciated. During the completion of the training, she profoundly expressed her satisfaction about this program. And also, the Prime Minister on his website repeatedly he quoted. And after this, the personal experience of the IPS officer of Tamil Nadu, now this program is extended to BSF and all the military force. Very soon they are going to extend it to Kerala state. I am extremely happy to tell that. If time for video work panna. Right. Next. So to address this related problem, Tamil Nadu launched Ncwp, that is police well-being program, police wellness center. Right, first. Ncwp psychosocial support management for the police person and their families, the Ncwp maximum ability, growth, ideal life and choice and independence. Next. And also, we have started the Ncwp at north, that is at Chennai, and we have started the Ncwp south at Madurai, and we have started Ncwp at the central zone at Thiruvarur, and next week we are going to start Ncwp at the west zone at Coimbatore. So the entire the Tamil Nadu coming under the one group called Ncwp, and our aim is we want to bring happiness to all the family members and the self-souls who are working on the 24 hours for the safety of the Tamil Nadu people. Next. So the Ncwp, the police, the 4 people we have identified, that is substance abuse, substances. Next. The people who are having substance abuse, one, long absenteeism in the department, and who are having mild, severe mental health issues, having personal, professional, family problems in their life. These 4 people are identified, they are sending to the Ncwp center. Next. And our objective is creating the awareness about psychosocial issues to the police and family members, developing, creating the human resources, providing psychosocial treatment, doing proper follow-up, and family reintegration. Ultimately, our aim is identification, treatment, and rehabilitation, reintegration to the family. That is our aim. Next. And the stop maps. Next. And the Ncwp Chennai was inaugurated on that. And so far, 1,120 police personnel, the family members, they were identified. And again, my dear friends and ladies and gentlemen, I can boldly tell that the people who are on the verge of ending their life, the families who are at the verge of separating from their husband, the families who are at the verge of developing a major psychological illness, because of the Ncwp intervention program we have prevented, we have successfully reintegrated their family. The big thanks and the big hats off to the police department of Tamil Nadu. Next. And this is the categories and practically the suicide ideation, alcohol substance, high stress, family issues and financial issues, chronic illness, and totally we have the male persons are 1,071 and the female 692, and totally 1,763 people that we have identified, we are treating. Now this program is continuously functioning in Chennai. Next. This counseling, next. And also, this is the one program wherein we are not only treating the patient, but we are also giving the family member. From the day one, we are involving the family members in the treatment. And after the treatment, our social workers, they are making a house visit, they are giving the continuous calling. And another thing, our social workers, they are making a very good contact superior officers and the affected persons. Next. And again, Magilchi Madurai, we have initiated Magilchi Madurai on the next. This is Magilchi Madurai. Next. And another important, what we are doing is, suppose, if any police personnel, after the treatment, if they were practically abstinent from the alcohol or any substance abuse, if they got a good rapport with the family members, if they got a good work record from the superior officer, we are giving a Achiever Award once in 6 months. And the last month, we are given Achiever Award in Madurai. Our COP Madurai Loganathan sir gave an Achiever Award. This is a motivating factor. And also we are getting a get-together among the recovered patients. The recovered patients are the motivator for the successful. Now, we are getting lot of patients, not from our publicity. One recovered patient, they are motivating the other people. They are bringing the patient to the treatment table. Next. And the previous slide. I am extremely happy that Honorable Central Minister Virendra Kumar, Ministry of Social Justice Empowerment, visited our de-addiction center, Madurai, and he personally interacted with all the recovered patients, and he was extremely happy. One happy thing on that day occurred is, one police personnel who was standing near the Honorable Minister, he took treatment last year, 1 year back. He was recovered. He was a good example for the recovery. And he boldly told to the Honorable Minister that, sir, once upon a time I was dependent on alcohol. I went for so much of depression. This Magilchi program gave me a new life, and now I am leading a life. My family, I am very happy. That is the Minister was so amazed, so astonished, and he very much clear that this similar model should be evaluated from all the states. Next. Then we have initiated Central Zone. That is another innovative program wherein we have put an MOU with the Central University, one of the premier university in Tamil Nadu. Next. And again. Next. And again, there is another important thing. In this program, the university, they involve all the departments. They involve the psychology department, social work department, English department, community college, and as well as KV school. And they are concentrating on the welfare of the family members. And they assess the need assessment of the families. And the majority of the families, they ask, sir, we want to have an English knowledge to our children. And the women folk, they told that we want skill training, microeconomic activities, job placement for our children, parents, education for their children. And every department, they addressed all these issues. This is an Alavida poem. Next. Magilchi Central Zone. Next. And now very soon, so far we have restricted only 3 zones, that is on South Zone, North Zone and Central Zone. Now slowly we are going to extend our Magilchi to West Zone. Next week when the Magilchi is going to spread to West Zone. Next. Again, social welfare and other welfare measures on that the other co-speakers he is going to speak. My dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, and the honorable participant, as a mental health professional, I am having an extreme satisfaction in associating myself with this department. I am head so many the welfare program in the past 15 years with the Tamil Nadu as well as Government of India. One satisfaction I am getting is, which I am not getting from the other the program, is Tamil Nadu Police Wellbeing Program. It is one of the happiest moment. Next. Next. முடிஞ்சது. Next. And last but not least, and the Tamil Nadu government, if they want to help all the other people still more, they have contributed the 5th Police Commission. Next. And in which we have recommended 26 welfare measures, and also on that physical we have recommended 11 the well-being measures on that. So thank you very much for giving me an opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I just would like to add to what Dr. CRS said. Friends, you would have seen the question which sir showed. In that question, like we officers here have attended this well-being program, there are families, and end of the session they give us a questionnaire, and the questionnaire we just give us, we fill the data, and finally they actually go through all the questionnaires, and they also recommend it to the DG for those who actually need some kind of a extra counseling or a treatment. But, they are keeping the DG posted about the situation of our policemen so that they get some extra help for their mental health. And another thing that we're doing in the headquarters is every fortnight we get a report from the district SPs about the suicidal attempts, like especially any police personnel, if they try to commit suicide, and those category of people, and also those drunkards who come to us notice. These reports are sent by the district SP to the headquarters, and there we are consolidating it, and through the IG welfare, we are sending it to the doctor, and then he gives them a special counseling. This is an added feature, so we have to thank Dr. CRS taking individual, thank you sir, interest in treating individuals. With this now I request Tirumadi R. Malarvili IPS Madam, ADGP Bihar Police Academy, to kindly come to the stage to present a memento to our guest speaker, and also Thiru Ravi Joseph IPS, ADGP BPI, to honor our guest and to present a memento as a token of love and gratitude.
So, on behalf of DG BPR, I would like to present a memento. Please to accept.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir. And our SP Shruti is also here, who introduced this project to the Honorable Prime Minister. And because of her, I think this is introduced in BSF and other parts of the state. Thank you, Shruti. Now I request ASP Meera to kindly introduce our achievers. Tirumadi Padmaja Chauhan, IPS ADGP Madam of UP, and Tirumadi Jyoti Kumari and Tirumadi G. Purani.
There is no force more powerful than a woman determined to rise. The achievers we are honoring today exemplify that truth, combining sharp intellect with relentless efforts to achieve the extraordinary. The first achiever of this session is Srimati Padmaja Chauhan Madam, 1998 batch IPS, currently posted as AG, Women and Child Security, Women Power Line, 1090, Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. She has significantly contributed to Mission Shakti, a flagship UP government program. She conceived, designed, and supervised Operation Shield, a campaign against illegal asset sale, Operation Garud, handling cyber harassment complaints, Operation Destroy, against obscene literature and media, Operation Majnu, against miscreants near girls' schools and colleges, Operation Eagle, to arrest and check released accused in crimes against women, and Operation Bachpan for identifying and rescuing girls affected by child labor. She is also credited with the technological upgradation of Women Power Line 1090, making it a popular initiative in UP. The second awardee of the session is Inspector Ms. Jyoti Kumari, who previously served as the head of Women's Police Station in Muzaffarpur. In 2018, a report published by the Tata Institute of Social Science revealed a horrific sexual exploitation of girls residing in a shelter home in Muzaffarpur. As an alumna of TIS Mumbai myself, it is a matter of immense pride and privilege to present this citation to Ms. Jyoti Kumari, who, along with her team of armed police personnel, acted swiftly and decisively to rescue and transfer 46 girls from the shelter home. She led the inspection of the crime scene, recorded the statements of all survivors and witnesses, facilitated medical examinations, and secured forensic evidence. Through her meticulous investigation, all accused were arrested. The case was charge-sheeted and later handed over to the CBI. Trial was conducted in 2019, resulting in conviction of all the accused. Ms. Jyoti Kumari's commitment to justice, her sensitivity, and thorough investigative work stand as a powerful example of integrity and courage in policing. The third achiever who we are honoring today is Tirumati Paurini, SGSI, currently working at Grand Bazaar Police Station in Puducherry. She was enlisted in 1991 and has completed an unblemished service of 34 years. She has played a pivotal role in empowering young girls to fearlessly come forward and report cases of sexual harassment. She also gives counseling to transgenders, and due to her efforts, the offences of e-facing and pickpocketing were solved in her station limits. She has also served with utmost dedication during the cyclone which ravaged Puducherry, rendering her service even during odd hours. Her efforts have helped in preventing accidental drowning at sea and has also helped relating vendors at the Rock Beach. For over 34 years, she has performed her duties without fear or favor and with the only aim to do justice to innocent citizens. I request all the recipients of the award to please come on the stage. Thank you.
May I now request a DGP BBR&D, sir, to kindly come to the stage to honor our achievers and to present a memento as a token of our love and gratitude. Please, sir. Achiever Tirumati Padmaja Chauhan IP is ADGP of UP. And Tirumati Jyoti Kumari and Tirumati J. Paurini, please come onto the stage. Yes, ma'am. Tirumati Jyoti Kumari. Tirumati G. Purani. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. I now request SP Goa Tirumati Suchita Desai to make her presentation.
Good morning, DG sirs, DG ma'am, IGs, DIGs, all my colleagues from the police department. We have had a very good session yesterday. We have started with recruitment, then it came down to career, and then we came down further to work-life balance, and today we are at a point where we are talking about well-being, welfare, a very important topic. In fact, I would say this is one of the topics which we have to really take care of, because I feel that this is the backbone of the organization. If you're having a very good and fit your police force, you're going to have a very good, entire police force is going to get the benefit of the same. So this particular topic, welfare and mental health, which is a very important topic, I would request, we have all been sent here for this conference from our police departments, respective states, so that we take back something, that we attend at the conference. And good practices, whatever good practices are being followed by other states, are being incorporated in our department. That is the whole purpose of a conference. So I would like to thank Tamil Nadu Police for giving me this opportunity and addressing the gathering out over here. What is welfare measure and what is well-being? These are two different concepts basically. Welfare measure is a quantitative or qualitative tool used to assess the overall well-being. So basically it is for the entire lot, and well-being is supposed to be something that is for an individual. Well-being is one person who has to have a proper frame of mind and perform in a proper frame of mind. If the person is not in a proper frame of mind, he is not going to be able to deliver properly. So, in fact, there are just a few examples that we have said over here. Examples of welfare measure include indicators such as gross national happiness, human development index, per capita income, poverty levels, and consumption standards. Now, this itself it's a very diversified kind of a concept. Whereas you look at the well-being, well-being refers to the overall state of a person's physical, mental, emotional, and social health. So when all these factors are in place, the person is said to be having a good frame of mind and is having a good well-being. Now, how it encompasses how individuals feel about their lives, their ability to manage stress, maintain positive relationships, achieve a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Well-being is a holistic concept. So basically it is a holistic, that's exactly what I was saying. We have to have it from all our social, there are different factors to it, which we will see in the next slide. Before we go to that, I would just like you all to go through, if you see this picture, does it remind you of this picture? It was breaking news. Have you all ever come across this in the news, this particular picture? This was a case where, the person from the CRP, from the railway police force, police personnel who had shot at people in the train. How many of you all have heard of that? Basically, what was the cause for it? So, relevance mental health in today's work environment. We all are aware that we are in a phase where our mental health actually in most of the police personnel is disturbed. So the relevance of mental health in today's world environment has become increasingly prominent due to several evolving factors. As workplace grows more dynamic and complex, prioritizing mental health is essential for fostering productivity, employees' well-being, and organizational success. This is exactly what I was saying. The organization's success depends on how well the police force mental health stands. The key reasons for this is, what happens is there is impact on productivity and performance, retention and engagement, impact of external events. We are a force which has a lot of negativity around us, especially at the lower ranks. If you look at it up to the level of inspectors, we have a lot of them face a lot of negativity around them. And that is the crux of the reason why, if you see, it is like too much of negativity around you, if you feel that then there's too much of negativity around you, you are bound to be affected mentally with it. It is not easy to handle negative stress at every point of time. And there has to be some way or means where you can vent out the negative stress. Dimensions of well-being. The 6 main dimensions are the physical well-being, emotional well-being, social well-being, financial well-being, occupational well-being, spiritual well-being. I mean, the words are itself very, if you look at the words physical well-being, itself speaks that the person has to be mentally, physically fit and in a proper frame of mind. Emotional well-being, disturbances at home can also affect the mental stress of a person when he is at workplace. Social well-being, not communicating much with the social background and being all by themselves, work-oriented at all points of time can affect a person's well-being. Financial well-being, of course, this is also sometimes a major problem. If you see most of the low-rung staff, they have these kind of issues where the families are big, one single supporting member, and that's where the financial stress they notice. Not being able to give sufficient to the family also causes a lot of problems in the family then. Occupational well-being, yes, work level when he is working at the workplace, being stressed because maybe he feels some of a senior officer is harassing him or not trying to understand what his problem is. We have to change our mindset. That kind of dictatorship which existed before has to reduce at some point of time now. We are reaching, in fact, so many of female officers coming into the department. I think we have to also be the hand-holding. We have to do a lot of hand-holding for our subordinate women staff. We are the ones who are going to be helping the issues that they face. Spiritual well-being, of course, you need to have a lot of mental peace. And that is possible only when you have a dedicated time set for giving some time to manage your stress levels. Workplace mental health, common issues, stress, anxiety, depression, and burnout. If you look at the chart, this particular chart is taken from the Policing in India report. And if you look at it, the 8 hours factor which we look at, the 8 hours work factor, a very few of them fall in that bracket. Majority of them are always working more than 8 hours. Practically, that is not possible for a mind to be in a proper frame of mind. So if we look at it, our police force is stressed out. The low-rung especially, you find that they're working for more than 8 hours. So somewhere we have to have a balance between this and try to understand and adjust work hours in such a way that at least not at a stretch, that they do not have to work at a stretch for 8 hours. What are the causes? Of course, shifts of work, exposure to trauma. As I mentioned, we have several lower-rung staff who face trauma at every point of time. They are attending to patients, maybe at road accidents, murder cases, drowning cases. It is not easy to look at all that at all point of time and then have your food in proper frame of mind. What are the signs? Yes, you do notice these signs of irritability, fatigue, withdrawal, decreased performance. And we as officers, we have to look down at the staff, recognize these kind of indicators that are there in them, and probably we are supposed to bring a change. Now, this is a myth. Mental health issues are signs of weakness. This is a myth which most of the times we find that people feel that if I have to go and see a psychiatrist, people will say I'm not mentally strong. Or in fact, in simple language, they say I'm not mad to go to a psychiatrist. But this concept, that because you go to a psychiatrist, you're mad is something which is a myth. Better mental health leads to improved decision making and it reduces burnout. What are the support strategies? Of course, counsel, stress management, peer support, promoting work-life balance. Now, these topics for work-life balance already has been discussed. Peer support is, yes, you give a shoulder to me, I give a shoulder to you. We are together in this department and we have to make sure that we stand by our colleagues at every point of time. Now, what are the types of welfare measures? There are 2 types basically, statutory and voluntary. Statutory, of course, that is mandated by law. like, basic facilities, medical facilities, canteen facilities, housing, transport, recreational, which is to be given by the department. Now there is something as voluntary welfare. It is provided by the organization to you, where your provident fund contribution, gratuity, maternity, paternity benefits. Now in Goa, we have got another few such this thing which we have taken up as a welfare measure: group insurance, Mediclaim, BMI Healthcare, and Goa Police Society. I will discuss on those points later on. Integrated welfare, how do you integrate welfare and mental health? Basically, it is leadership commitment. That is, the lead on the top have to make sure that these issues are taken care of and addressed properly within the department. Staff training and mental health awareness, which we in the state of Goa have been doing it at a very frequent rate. Practically, since I have taken charge as SP training, we have made sure that every month we have these kind of stress management courses for all the categories of the police, be it police stations or the side branches. Staff training and mental health awareness, regular checks and campaigns to reduce the stigma. Now, I would just like to mention about this group Mediclaim health insurance policy that we in Goa Police have for our Goa Police personnel. Now, what's the basic concept of this policy? There are many health insurances that are there, which we do take on our individual front. But this particular thing that we had come up with was group health insurance, where the main idea of this is it was tailor-made and customized plan designed to provide comprehensive health insurance coverage for Goa police personnel and their family. Now, the distinct features of this, how was it different from the other policies? If you look at it, there was no age limit for enrollment. So, just because a parent is 60, 70, 80, there was no such age limit that because that person is older, expecting that there would be health issues and all, they are not entitled. So it was basically a unit they had given wherein 6 people could be enrolled in this. We had a deliberation with various insurance companies, and finally we had arrived at one point where we had terms and conditions where they said that we had to give them 12,000 insurance members who would be insured, and they would give us the required benefits, which include no age limit for enrollment, comprehensive coverage for parents, uniform premium rates, coverage for pre-existing conditions. Pre-existing conditions means if the person was already having some pre-existing illnesses, yet without any certificate asked for, they were enrolled in the said health insurance. No waiting period. That means there was no waiting period after the illness was there, that he didn't have to wait to get completely certified that he is fit. It was without any waiting period. Then there was posthumous coverage, which means even if the policy holder, whoever held the policy, if the main employee expired and his family was enrolled in it, they were entitled to all the benefits till the validity of the said insurance policy. Affordable premiums. Premiums were not very high, so it was very convenient for the staff. And the most important factor was the premium payment structure. What Goa Police did was the welfare society, which had its funds, they would pay in lump sum in 4 quarters to the health insurance company, while the staff of the police department would make the payment on a monthly basis so that the premium would not affect them. Now you look at this, if you look at the statistics, this policy was rolled out in 2019, where we had employees themselves at about 8,164 employees, and they enrolled. So which meant that they could enroll their 2 parents and their 2 children. If the parents were not there, then they could enroll even the in-laws. Suppose they had, say they had a second child and that second child was a twin, so that means 3 children. They were entitled to enroll 1 parent, 3 children. Yeah. And similarly, even for the year 2023, if you see, we had about 8,591 employees and about family members were 7,893. Total lives covered was 16,000, and the total amount of lives that claimed insurance was 811, and the total paid claims were about 4.2 crore. Similarly, in the year 2025, this year that is, we have got about 13,422 enrolled, And as of date, just in this 2 months that is there, we have got about 1.10 claim done by the police personnel. We have also launched the BMI machines on 18th of September 2024, as Doctor had mentioned. These BMI machines, which are a key component of the Fit Goa program designed to monitor health of police personnel. The program focuses on using BMI results to suggest lifestyle modifications. These machines will regularly assess police personnel. This initiative aims to enhance the health profile of police force, leading to improved productivity and a reduction in lifestyle-related disease. So I would just conclude in short, key measures improve overall officers' well-being, and sustained focus on mental health enhances safety and performance. Support well-being, empower police personnel. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Srimati Suchita Desai, this presentation. I now request SP CBCID Srimati Muttarasi IPS to address the gathering.
Respected seniors, guest speakers, colleagues and friends, good morning to all. Before I start my presentation, I would like to applaud the courage, competence and expertise displayed by the 22 women police personnel recruited in the year 1973, which resulted in increase in strength of women police to 21% in 2025. Slide Mari. PPT has changed. This is not the one. I will be restricting my presentation to the welfare measures and well-being programs successfully implemented in Tamil Nadu, especially for women. In the year 2002, there was a representation from women police personnel to provide creche facility to those who join after delivery, so that they can take care of their child. It was accepted by the government and ordered to establish creche facility 44 places, including battalions, on need basis. Right now, we have creche facility in 4 places, that is Chennai City, Coimbatore City, Kanyakumari and TSP battalion in Avadi. These creches are handled by our women police personnel, and we are continuing to increase the number of creches as per the recent announcement in Navaratna scheme by the Honorable CM. We all know that when we are deployed in law and order bandobast duties in faraway places or remote places, long hours of duty in a remote place, women will be hesitating to avoid hydrating themselves for the reasons best known to us, and non-availability of the restroom facilities. Considering the hardship faced by the women police, Tamil Nadu government has taken an initiative to provide mobile toilet facilities in the year 2013, and 5 mobile toilets per districts are provided. Even though we all know that delivery is a year-long process involving physiological and psychological changes to be addressed, till 2016, only 180 days of maternity leave was provided to the women police personnel in Tamil Nadu, and it has been increased from 180 to 270 days in the year 2016. And in the year 2021, 1 year of maternity leave was provided to all the who need. The maternity leave being sanctioned to support the young mothers in the uniform, and they are also provided with the facility to have priority transfer to the place where the in-laws, spouse or family member resides. This is a new thing, first of its kind, introduced in Tamil Nadu. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I'll do. In addition to that, this year an order was passed to treat maternity leave as duty those who are in probation period. This is also the first kind in India, I believe. No, I'll change. Tamil Nadu is already having annual medical checkup for both genders, and in the year 2021, exclusive checkups for women from the age of 30 years was introduced, which are listed, and this is exclusive for, initially it was 50 years, those who have to undergo the annual medical checkup. It has been reduced to 30 years to take care of the well-being of the women police personnel in Tamil Nadu. In 2025, it was announced that women police personnel visiting to Chennai and Madurai, as we have high courts in both the places, it was decided to have a hostel facility to provide rooms in nominal rates. It was implemented in Puduppeti, Chennai city in March 2025, and one more hostel in Madurai is under construction, which will be open shortly. As we are discussing from yesterday, we have recently celebrated the Golden Jubilee in the year 2023, in which Navaratna schemes are announced by the government. The prime thing is the roll call has been changed from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. exclusively for women to take care of the family responsibilities. And women hostels, as we discussed, it was one was opened and another is under construction, and separate restrooms in all police stations. Even though we have common restrooms and toilet facilities, the government felt it is important to provide separate restrooms and toilet facilities for women. So it is being implemented, and it was announced in 2023 and it is in pipeline. As already in the year 2002 itself, we started giving creche facilities for the needy. Now it is decided that it will be spread all over the state. There is a trophy announced exclusively for women police personnel, Kalaignar Police Trophy, for 13 people who excel in investigation, CSR completing on time, and CCTV subdation, and etc. As we already discussed, the transfer policy has been flexible, that the mother and the young one to have a proper care. It has been decided to give priority transfer, as we discussed in the previous slide. Annual state police pistol competition for skill development exclusively for women police personnel will be conducted every year. This year, we have conducted All India shooting competition for women recently, and the results were announced. Eighth one is a conference, hosting of the conference, which we are doing now. And ninth, dedicated committee at the Director General of Police level to give career counsel for all the women police personnel. This team is headed by our beloved DGP Fire and Rescue Services, Madam Seema Agarwal, and they are taking up career counseling in all the places. The recent two announcements were made in the assembly floor recently. One is taking care of the lactating and pregnant women personnel to allot the light duties and with specific time hours, so that they can take care of themselves and the young one, and permit to wear khaki sari and with badge in their shoulder. This is the recent announcement which will be used by all. Well-being programs, it was covered in length by the guest speaker, so I don't want to repeat. So well-being program was started, and it was based on the report of that. Ncwp program was introduced, and all were benefited, both genders. But from this exclusive program for women, Anandam was also introduced, which covers, it will be conducted on 3 days course, as a 3-day training course, and it will be covered yoga, holistic, which is displayed. All 3 days, these topics are covered, and it is covered by the experts. And this was conducted exclusively for the Greater Chennai Police alone, which will be extended shortly to other parts of the state. Transfer is on priority. The number of postings and vacancy available will be a challenge to implement the scheme that was already provided to the women. And implementation of all these programs is person-based, so sensitization will be the solution for this challenge. And the success of the well-being program depends on the reluctancy of sharing, non-reluctancy of sharing the issue. We find in some of the incidents, we face this reluctance in sharing the issues that will be addressed by repeating training programs to encourage them to come out. Way forward. No women police personnel availing in the maternity leave should be transferred, because they are facing a problem in getting a salary, so this has to be addressed. And running creche for 24/7, because we have right now creche is being run from 10 to 6. So those who wants to avail 24/7 when they are going out, for that we have to extend the facility to make this scheme successful. We have been provided with women-friendly transport vehicles like Scooty and Honda, kinetic Honda kind of a thing, that has to be brought back for making the women who are king. Though MHA has given directive to raise women representative by 33%, we are yet to achieve that. That has to be taken care. And well-being program, which was already covered existing strength, has to be extended to the new recruitees. Ncwp and Anandam program, taking care of the well-being of the people, be extended to other parts, which our guest speaker already covered. I would like to end my presentation with a quote by Vivekananda. There is no chance for the welfare of the world unless the condition of the women is improved. It is not possible for a bird to fly on only one wing. With that, I end my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Muttarasi, for that presentation. I may now request our DGP Madam to come to the stage to kindly present a memento to our DGP BPRND as a mark of love and gratitude. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Now request ADGP BPRND sir to kindly present the mementos to the speakers, Srimati Suchita Desai and J. Muttarasi, IPS, SPCB CID. And to Srimati Suchita Desai, SP Go. Thank you, sir. The house is open now for discussion, and if there is any questions, you can ask. And let's restrict it to 3 to 4 questions. Yeah, please. Please give the hand mic to her. Hand mic pass பண்ணுங்க. The back.
गुड मॉर्निंग टू ऑल। मैं अपनी बात जो है वो हिमाचल से हूँ, हिंदी में ना चाहूँगी। आई थिंक सभी कंफर्टेबल होंगे और मेरी बात समझेंगे। वेलफेयर विंग के बारे में मैं कहना चाहती हूँ। क्वेश्चन नहीं है, सजेशन है कि क्रच की फैसिलिटी जो है वो चल रही है, कुछ स्टेट से चल रही है, कुछ में नहीं भी चल रही है। लेकिन एक बहुत जो बड़ी समस्या है वो है पेरेंट्स के लिए बच्चों की एजुकेशन का। लेडीज़ में क्या है कि जो विमेन ऑफिसर्स हैं वो चाहती हैं कि उनकी पोस्टिंग जो है वो ऐसी जगह पे हो जहाँ पे उनके बच्चे जो हैं वो अच्छे से एजुकेशन प्राप्त कर सकें। लेकिन ऐसा पॉसिबल नहीं है। हर पुलिस स्टेशन में अलग अलग जगह जो है वो जाना पड़ेगा। तो मैं चाहती हूँ कि एक ऐसी कोई फैसिलिटी गवर्नमेंट तरफ से, डिपार्टमेंट की तरफ से ऐसी की जाए कि हेडक्वार्टर लेवल पे, हर डिस्ट्रिक्ट में हेडक्वार्टर लेवल पे एजुकेशन का अच्छी स्कूल रहती है, अच्छा जो है बंदोबस्त रहता है एजुकेशन का। तो हेडक्वार्टर लेवल पे एटलीस्ट पेइंग गेस्ट अदरवाइज हॉस्टल नाम से कुछ हेडक्वार्टर में ऐसा मेंटेन किया जा सके जो स्पेशली जो विमेन हमारी ऑफिसर्स हैं, विमेन पुलिस ऑफिसर्स जो हैं वो अपने बच्चों को वहाँ रख सकें और वहाँ पे जो है वो एजुकेशन करवा सकें, ताकि ये एक प्रॉब्लम जो है वो खत्म हो जाए कि वो बच्चों की वजह से जो है इस खींचानी में रहे कि हमारी पोस्टिंग जो है वो हेडक्वार्टर में हो और हम लोग कहीं और ना जाए, जिस वजह से एक बहुत बड़ी समस्या डिपार्टमेंट को भी रहती है एंड इंडिविजुअल जो है विमेंस को भी रहती है। ये मेरी एक सजेशंस है। एंड क्रचेस जो हमारे अभी तक नहीं चल पा रहे हैं, ये एक ऐसा कहूँ मैं कि कागजों में ही रह गई है ये बात। कुछ जगह पे चल पा रहे हैं, कुछ जगह पे नहीं चल पा रहे हैं। तो इसको जो है वो अच्छे से जो वो मेंटेन किया जाए। खास तौर पे अगर बीपीआरएनडी की तरफ से कुछ स्टेट्स में फंडिंग की प्रॉब्लम रहती है, तो अगर कहीं से एक्स्ट्रा फंड जो है वो इस चीज़ के लिए आए और ये चीज़ अच्छे से मेंटेन की जाए, तो मैं चाहती हूँ कि हमारा जो है वो काफ़ी हेल्प हो पाएगी। थैंक यू।
आपने जो सजेशन दिया दैट इज वेल टेकन। हम आप रेजोल्यूशंस में ले आएंगे। बीपीआरएनडी डीजीपी यहीं पे बैठे हुए हैं, वो सुन रहे होंगे। जो भी करना वी विल डू इट फ्रॉम आवर साइड। किसी और को पूछना? और एक आफ्टर दे विल बी टेकिंग ओनली वन मोर क्वेश्चंस। रेस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस प्लीज डू राइट इन योर feedback form. Give it before 4:30.
जी मैम एंड सर, मैं नीता कुमारी, असिस्टेंट सब इंस्पेक्टर झारखंड।
पास में रखिए ना अपना माइक जरा ऑन के। हाँ,
झारखंड से हूँ। बीपीआरएनडी से मैं कहना चाहती हूँ कि जैसे सभी थाने में भी पुलिस की पोस्टिंग तो होती है, महिलाओं की पोस्टिंग चाहे डेपुटेशन में जाते हैं लॉ एंड ऑर्डर पर, तो मैं चाहती हूँ कि मेरी सभी थानों में कम से कम महिलाओं को रुकने के लिए व्यवस्था किया जाए बीपीआरएनडी की तरफ से। लॉ एंड ऑर्डर ड्यूटी के लिए जब आती हैं,
साहब समझ में आ गया आपका क्वेश्चन। सर बीपीआरएनडी डीजीपी यहाँ पे, एडीजी सर भी यहाँ पे, your suggestion is well taken, they'll take the consideration. उन्होंने they we have informed them और हम अपने proceeding ले आएंगे। Thank you. किसी और को लेना? That will be the last question.
Good morning, everyone. I'm from SSB, ma'am, and SSB guards the border of Indo-Nepal and Indo-Bhutan. To be very specific with respect to SSB, I would like to raise my concern. One, the crèche facility should be extended to border outpost because our women personnel are posted border. With respect, in addition to this, I also would like to say there should be professional and permanent childcare which should be provided at each crèches, because we know that crèches are working well, but still women could not leave their child alone in the crèche facilities. So in this respect, I would like to also do the gender budgeting thing and gender auditing thing to make it mandatory that there should be a childcare professional at each crèches. Second, ma'am, with respect to mental health, also I would like to suggest that there should be welfare counseling committees at the unit levels, and it should be mandatory as the constitution of internal complaint committees there in process. So that is from my side, ma'am. Thank you.
Your suggestions have been well taken. We also want you to write and it up. Since it's specific to one particular organization, we would like to take
Sure,
it.
ma'am. Thank you.
So ladies and gentlemen, with this I thank the speakers over here. It was really an interesting session and useful session. The next session will be at sharp 11:50. I would request you all to have tea and come back. Before that, I need to say there is a session called breakout session, wherein 15 people have been selected. They are from UP, Karnataka, Arunachal Pradesh, Puducherry and Tamil Nadu. There is an inspector over here. Her name is Chondeshwari. She will be taking you to the seminar hall where the breakout session will take up. And then, I'll read out the names also of the person who are in the breakout session. They are Nda Shukla, Sup SP, Ankriti Sharma, Additional SP, Tanu Upadhyay, DSP, Neeraj Chaudhary, Inspector, Usha Bhatti, Head Constable. उसके बाद कर्नाटका से 2 है, गीता एमएस एंड कला कृष्ण स्वामी, अरुणाचल प्रदेश से गरिमा एंड 3 others, और फिर पुदुचेरी से डॉक्टर रचना एंड 4 others. तो आप सबसे निवेदन है कि आप सीधा 11:50 को आप अपने सेमिनार हॉल में वहां पे पहुंच जाइए. यहाँ पे आपको एस्कॉर्ट करेंगे, वहां पे आपका ब्रेकआउट सेशन होगा. सो बाय आफ्टर अच्छा, आप लोगों से निवेदन है कि आप और 3 मिनट यहाँ पे बैठेंगे. एक बीपीआरएनडी का एक वीडियो अभी we'll ask them to telecast video of BPRND. After that, you can go for the tea, and then please assemble at sharp 11:50 so that we start our session today, because we have a valedictory at the exact point of time. Thank you. 3 मिनट वाला मतलब